The Shadowblade Nexus drifted silently through the asteroid field, its black hull absorbing starlight like a hungry void. Inside the ship's sterile corridors, Keth'var the Reaper moved with the fluid grace that had made him the most feared assassin in 7 galaxies. His forearms ended in razor-sharp talons. His exoskeleton bore the scars of 1,000 kills, and his reputation preceded him like the whisper of death itself. Yet today, the galaxy's deadliest killer was frustrated. Human. Keth'var's voice resonated through his ship's comm system, each word dripping with barely contained irritation. Explain to me again why I require your services. Marcus Webb, sitting cross-legged on the cargo bay floor, and apparently unconcerned by the proximity to countless exotic weapons, looked up from the tablet he'd been studying. At 32, he was unremarkable by human standards. Medium height, brown hair, wearing a simple gray jumpsuit. What made him extraordinary was something far less visible. Because, Marcus said calmly, you've been hunting the same target for 6 months and getting nowhere. Keth'var's mandibles clicked in annoyance. It was true. Zephyr Voss, the war criminal who had orchestrated the genocide of 3 peaceful worlds, had managed to evade the Reaper's grasp, using methods that defied all conventional tracking. The bounty on Voss was astronomical, enough to buy a small moon, yet he remained frustratingly elusive. I have killed senators and warlords, Keth'var hissed. I have eliminated targets across dimensions. No prey has escaped me for longer than 3 standard months, Marcus finished. I read your file. Very impressive. But you're hunting Voss like he's every other target you've faced. He's not. The Reaper's secondary arms flexed, weapons extending unconsciously. And what makes you think a soft-skinned human can succeed where I have failed? Marcus stood and walked to the holographic display, showing Voss's last known locations. The pattern appeared random. 17 different systems, no discernible connection, each jump occurring just hours before Keth'var's arrival. Because you're thinking like a predator, Marcus said, manipulating the hologram to show temporal data. And Voss isn't prey. He's something much more dangerous. He's desperate. Keth'var paused. In his species' culture, desperation was weakness. But humans, he recalled, had a different relationship with desperation. Look at the pattern again, Marcus continued, highlighting seemingly random details. Not where he's going, but how he's choosing where to go. Voss isn't running to somewhere safe. He's running from something specific, something that scares him more than you do. Impossible. I am death incarnate. Are you, though? Marcus turned to face the alien assassin directly, showing no fear despite being in arm's reach of someone who could disintegrate him instantly. Or are you just really, really good at killing? The distinction seemed subtle, but something in the human's tone made Keth'var's predatory instincts sharpen. Marcus pulled up another display. Financial records, communication logs, psychological profiles. Voss has been building something. Not a hideout, not an escape route. He's been collecting specific resources, specific people. He's not running from you, Keth'var. He's preparing for something that requires him to stay alive long enough to complete it. What kind of preparation requires genocide-level resources? The kind that makes your reputation irrelevant, Marcus said quietly. Voss isn't afraid of dying. He's afraid of dying before he can finish whatever he's building. That's why conventional hunting methods fail. You're not chasing someone who wants to live. You're chasing someone with a deadline. Keth'var's 4 eyes focused on the human. With new intensity. Continue. Over the next hour, Marcus deconstructed 6 months of failed hunting. With surgical precision, he showed how each of Voss's moves wasn't random, but carefully calculated to buy time. How the war criminal was using Keth'var's own reputation as a shield. Other potential hunters stayed away, leaving Voss to focus on his mysterious project without interference. So, Keth'var said finally, how do we stop him? Marcus smiled. Not the predatory grin of a killer, but something far more unsettling. The quiet satisfaction of someone who understood the fundamental nature of problems. "We don't hunt him," Marcus said. "We hunt his deadline, find what he's building, and we find him. But more importantly, we find out why he's willing to risk everything to complete it." As their ship changed course toward a seemingly insignificant mining colony in the outer rim, Keth'var realized something profound. For the first time in his career, he wasn't just hunting prey, he was hunting purpose. And somehow, the unremarkable human sitting beside him had taught the galaxy's deadliest killer something new about death. Sometimes the most dangerous targets weren't the ones who feared it, but the ones who had found something worth dying for. The real hunt was just beginning.